Hey guys, RavenusFlamingo here. Sorry if I sound a little nasally, a little under the weather today. But still want to bring you some good tutorials, some good instructionals. This one today is going to be a hidden door. Now I just kind of carved this out and kind of describing what I'm going to be doing today. As we can see, this button here. Push that button and voila, we have a nice secret entrance to whatever you want it to be. This is just going to be like a storeroom for me later on, but just kind of cutting it out. But I wanted to give you guys the instructionals. I won't be building it just because it takes a very long time, probably around the tune of 30 minutes to build. So I'm just going to kind of give you a good demonstration of what and where everything is. So as we can, now I have this wired up to a 1-button setup, and you can wire as many buttons as I always do anywhere, and it will open and close. Later on I'm going to be putting these on like timers so that you open them, you walk in, and they will close automatically. But basically we'll walk over here and I'll show you what we're trying to do. Long day, but that's alright. Don't mind working. Alright, I have two different styles. This one's going to be what I was going to show you today. This is another one. This is not so much a hidden door, just a 4x4 or 2x2, I'm sorry, entrance way that's kind of fairly simple to wire up. It's going to be wired up almost in the same sense, but the only problem is that these bottom blocks, the issue with having the retractables sod as opposed to just having them in these two locations. So I'll give you a demonstration of this one. As we can see, we push the button, it puts power all through here. Of course, I got a redstone repeater to keep the flow. I got my T flip-flop here. Power's on, power is going in. Now this is nice because it only needs one power inlet to operate, as opposed to on and off switches, which I'll show you later on. But as power is applied, we have 2 redstone repeaters set at full, 3 ticks on each side, powering the bottom, the side blocks here, sticky pistons I should say, these 2 right here. As we can see, we go down below. I have these redstone repeaters set up as a basically a retractable for the bottom 2 sticky pistons that are facing that way. As these turn on and off, I'll show you, it will retract the bottom 2, but it will not mess with the top at this moment. See how now they're off and now the bottom ones are on. Those retracted first, and then the 2 side sticky pistons pulled them in. Now with the power on this side, on the top, all we need to do is just supply power to them. They don't need anything special, just a redstone repeater to keep the flow. As we go up here, I just have 2 power feeds here that basically when you turn it on, it feeds that top portion. As we can see, as they get pushed underneath, they get powered, and that's what causes them to push out. If we push it in again, those will retract first. Let's try this again. Reset it here. Let it do its thing. Alright, see how it turns off the power before it's retracted? Because you want that. If you try and retract these with this sticky pistons, or actually piston sticking out, it will just remain underneath here, and this will just retract by itself. It will not pull the piston in. It's just one kind of design. I don't know if you guys, you can hide that in anywhere if you're creating a hallway. It's a nice little blockage here, kind of decorative with the piston fronts. It's not that bad. A lot of people are going to the hidden though, which it's as a 1.7 update as of today. It's okay. I'm waiting for the update where actually it will drag what you have attached to a sticky piston in. Let's say like if you have a sticky piston sticking out like here, like imagine this as a sticky piston. If you have a block here and then you have a piston attaching to this, once this pulls it in, it will pull this in as well. But that'll be another update. This is going to be what I'm showing you today. A little more complex. You've probably seen a few of them out on the internet. I don't know if you have or not in this design I should say. But as you can see, all the pistons are going to be involved, all the redstone that's going to be involved, and of course I have these little bridges here so they don't interact with the other redstone. But basically now this one's designed as it's a little bit larger T flip-flop in a sense, but basically this one is going to be a design, and I'll show you that later on, where there's going to be 2 redstones and 2 blocks instead of just the one. And as you use the button to disengage one, it's going to re-engage another one. Okay, see how it switched sides? Now this applied power to this side and turn these redstone torches off. As we can see, we'll push it again, it'll flip sides, and now you have power on the other way. Okay. Basically what we have is that as this is applied power, it comes around, goes up, comes down over here. Now I have one supplied over here to this side, which will be these side pistons and this top piston. These side pistons and these top pistons will fire at the same time. So you just need to worry about the timing of these 2 pistons. You want these to retract before this piston and this piston do its job, or you're going to have a hang piston somewhere. As we can see that they pull in the 1 pistons, it pulls these 2 cobblestones back, and then these sticky pistons pull up, so that way you have a nice little walk through as we had before. The only thing I don't like about this design is that these 2 redstone torches are exposed. Not that it's a big deal, but I like, you know, to keep everything clean and neat. As you can see, all the nice little L brackets as far as the wiring goes. And of course, feel free to pause the video at any time so you can see how to run yours in this manner. Okay. And give me a minute. I will actually we'll just walk over there. We will just kill some time. I'll show you that later on. That's a nice little flasher for anything that you want. Basically, like if say if this door was open and you're in another room, somebody opened your door, you can see who somebody left the door open. Alright, now as we get over here, see it's a little bit more compact, but essentially it's the same exact thing. Only minor differences on this side. Instead of having power come from a whole lot of redstone, I just consolidated it into having a 2-torch system where that torch powers this block, which powers that redstone, to turn these off. And of course the 2 side pistons and the top pistons are the exact same. Okay, let me go downstairs here to show you what we're doing. Now on the bottom here, the way I have it set up is that when the power is applied, these 2 torches are off, meaning that these 2 pistons are retracted, pulling the cobblestone down, okay, because they're turned off. And of course, as it turns this off, it turns these back on and pushes them back up to close the entrance. As you can see here, this is the same thing. I just didn't dig this block out. We can always switch this out now. Just to kind of give you an outline of how that is. As we have the feed wire coming down, I go underneath up to that button that you saw on the front, which is right here if you can see it. There we go. Alright, as you can see, button's going to be right here, feeds this wire, goes down. Oop, don't want to get caught in there. I guess I'm going to get caught. That's alright. As it goes down, you can see that as it goes underneath this feed wire so they don't intermingle, another redstone repeater to keep it powered, and then to your large T flip-flop. And basically, because the way that operates is that one side needs power, one side does not. So this works perfectly, and I'll give you a demonstration, because one side will stay powered whereas the other side will not, and then vice versa, which is exactly what you want. Turn that off. The other side has power now, which also is feeding both side pistons, and there you go. Alright, if you have any questions, feel free to comment. If you need any help, I'll be more than happy to describe any problems that you guys might be having. Possibly even if you're on the Xbox, you can always add my gamer tag, RavenusFlamingo, and I will be more than happy to possibly even help you build it. Alright? Other than that, RavenusFlamingo signing off.